The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as Melissa walked through the crystalline doors, her boots echoing against the polished floor. Behind her, a massive containment unit hovered on anti-gravity plates, its reinforced walls humming with energy. Representative Melissa of Earth, High Chancellor Vexthor clicked his mandibles together, his compound eyes reflecting the chamber's bioluminescent glow. "You received our challenge?" "I did." Melissa's voice was calm, almost bored. She glanced at the assembled delegates, dozens of species from across the galaxy, each one eager to witness humanity's humiliation. For 3 cycles, the Council had dismissed Earth's application for advanced trade routes. They called humans soft-worlders, creatures from a paradise planet with no real challenges. The final test was simple: bring a predator from Earth that could survive in the Crucible, a combat arena that had broken the spirits of beasts from 100 worlds. Burak stood in the viewing gallery above, his arms crossed. He'd argued against this demonstration, calling it a pointless display of bravado. But Melissa had insisted. Humanity needed those trade routes, and more importantly, they needed respect. The Jakar brought their shadow stalker. Vexthor continued, gesturing to a scarred reptilian delegate. It lasted 47 seconds against the arena's challenges. The Morphidians brought their void serpent. 1 minute, 12 seconds. Even the mighty Krellian death bear managed only 3 minutes before submission. "How quaint," Melissa said, running her hand along the containment unit. "Shall we begin?" The delegates murmured among themselves as the container was moved to the arena entrance. Through the transparent aluminum walls, they could see what appeared to be a large, armored creature floating in water. Still, prehistoric, utterly terrifying. "What is that abomination?" Ambassador Quillix of the Morphidian Collective whispered, her tentacles recoiling. "That," Melissa said with a slight smile, "is a saltwater crocodile. Crocodilus porosus. We call him Charlie. It looks ancient," Vexthor observed. "Because it is. This species has remained virtually unchanged for 200 million years." Melissa pulled up a holographic display. "They survived the extinction event that killed the dinosaurs. Survived ice ages. Survived everything Earth could throw at them because they're already perfect killing machines." Burak leaned forward in the gallery, catching Melissa's eye. She nodded to him once. They both knew what was coming. The Crucible Arena was a nightmare landscape designed by the Council's best military minds. Automated weapons, environmental hazards, mechanical opponents calibrated to test aggression, intelligence, and raw survival instinct. The previous beasts had been fast, fierce, aggressive. They'd attacked immediately and been systematically dismantled. Charlie was different. As the containment unit opened into the arena's flooded section, the massive crocodile slid into the water without a sound. 5 meters of prehistoric muscle and bone, teeth that could crush steel, a bite force that exceeded 21,000 newtons. But Charlie didn't attack. He barely moved. "Your beast does nothing," Vexthor said, confused. "The automated systems are engaging." Mechanical drones descended, firing deterrent pulses. Charlie submerged completely, becoming invisible in the murky water. Minutes passed. The drones scanned, confused. The Council delegates shifted uncomfortably. "Is it dead?" someone asked. "Just wait," Melissa said quietly. A drone swooped low over the water, sensors probing. In an explosion of liquid fury, Charlie erupted from beneath, his jaws snapping shut on the machine with devastating force. Sparks flew. Metal crumpled. The drone died instantly. Then Charlie disappeared again. "Ambush predator," Burak said from the gallery, his voice carrying over the comm system. "Earth is a death world, Council members. Our predators don't need to be the fastest or the strongest. They need to be the smartest." The arena escalated. Mechanical opponents entered the water. Sleek silver constructs designed to mimic aquatic threats. Charlie ignored them when they were aggressive, observing instead. When one overextended, he struck with blinding speed, using his death roll to tear it apart. Then he returned to stillness. "The patience," Vexthor whispered, genuine fear creeping into his voice. "It's learning the arena." "Crocodiles are intelligent pack hunters," Melissa explained, watching Charlie with something like pride. "They use tools. They coordinate attacks. They plan ambushes that require understanding of time and space. And they wait. Sometimes for hours, days. They're not angry animals. They're calculated killers." The arena deployed its ultimate challenge, a massive mechanical construct designed to replicate an apex predator from the Council's most dangerous world. It was twice Charlie's size, armed with plasma cutters and reinforced alloy plating. For the first time, several delegates looked concerned. "Perhaps we should stop this," Quillix suggested. "Your creature will be destroyed." "Will he?" Melissa asked. The construct entered the water, sensors locked on Charlie's position. But Charlie had learned. He'd watched the pattern of attacks, the rhythm of the arena's challenges. As the construct lunged, Charlie dove deep, using the underwater terrain he'd been studying for 15 minutes to his advantage. The construct's plasma cutters sliced through water, missing. Charlie came from below, his jaws clamping onto a joint in the construct's armor. The death roll began, a spinning motion perfected over millions of years of evolution. Metal screamed. The construct's arm tore free. The delegate stood now, watching in horrified fascination. Charlie didn't relent. He attacked again and again, each strike precise, each movement conserving energy. He didn't fight with rage, but with cold, ancient efficiency. When the construct finally powered down, Charlie had been in the arena for 43 minutes, longer than any creature in Council history, and he wasn't even breathing hard. Silence filled the chamber as Charlie was retrieved. Still calm, still watchful, Melissa turned to face the Council, her expression neutral. "High Chancellor," she said softly. "Earth has over 300,000 predator species. Charlie here, he's just one of our semi-aquatic ambush hunters. We also have pack hunters that coordinate across continents, aerial predators with vision that puts your sensors to shame, and deep-sea creatures that hunt in complete darkness under pressures that would crush your ships." She paused, letting that sink in. "And every single human evolved to survive among them. So when you call us soft-worlders, remember this. We didn't just survive Earth, we conquered it. Not through strength, but through adaptation, intelligence, and patience." Burak joined her on the arena floor, nodding respectfully to the Council. "About those trade routes," he said simply. Vexthor's mandibles clicked rapidly, a sign of respect among his people. "Granted. And perhaps we should learn more about Earth, for diplomatic purposes." "Of course," Melissa said with a slight smile. "We'd be happy to tell you about sharks, bears, and cassowaries." "What's a cassowary?" Quillix asked nervously. Melissa and Burak exchanged glances. "Just wait until you hear about Australian wildlife," Burak said. Behind them, in his containment unit, Charlie watched the alien delegates with ancient, knowing eyes. After 200 million years of perfection, a little arena demonstration was hardly a challenge at all.